Ladies and gentlemen of all ages, welcome to the Hougie and Grinder Show.
Yay, yay!
I'm Hougie.
Yay!
That ugly, rotten bastard on the other side is Grinder Kev.
Yay.
And it is a beautiful day here in fucking oil country. We're
Yay.
brought to you by Slapstick Decals and Stickers.
We are.
Get at them for all your decals, stickers, shower curtains, lampshades, lawn chairs, underwear, and fake Stanley Cup ring needs. You can hit them on Facebook or give them a shout, 403-505-9693. Rob will be happy to put Grinder Kev sucks on anything. Grinder Kev's always wrong. Whatever your needs, Slapstick will look after you.
Also, remember, ladies
Kev.
and gentlemen, let them know that the Hougie and Grinder sent you, so you can get an extra 10% off.
Because Rob is such a good guy.
Yeah.
He will give you an extra 10.
Just the beauty.
He'll give you a misconduct.
Yeah.
For a percentage off.
There you go.
If you tell him that the all great and powerful Hougie and the forever wrong Grinder Kev sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he might be ugly, but one thing for sure he has is modesty. All right, let's go on to the show.
You've been feeding my ego for weeks this week because I was right again. Right again, Kev.
About what? What was it this
time? About what?
Yeah.
What was I right about?
Yeah.
The Oilers, the season's done. We're finished. We're over. Fucking Evan Bouchard needs to be traded. What else was I right about? Oh, I was right about the fucking them. They were gonna beat the shit out of Seattle. I was right about the fact those third jerseys are ugly as shit, but there might be a little magic in them because we wore them twice this week and we beat the shit out of both the teams that we fucking played wearing. So let's get into it. So we started the week, Kev. We played Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now, you and I both agree here, which is a little strange, but you and I fucking agree. Minnesota has got to be the most boring fucking team in the NHL to watch a game against.
Oh, dude.
That fucking... I would rather switch my fucking TV over to CPAC and watch the fucking government argue than watch a fucking Minnesota Wild game.
You wanted this?
That team is boring.
This is what I look like about halfway through the second.
I don't see much changed. You're still kind of ugly. The only difference is you're fucking drooling a little.
No. This is what it was like.
Yeah. Got that hanger into the hood of the hoodie and trying to fucking choke yourself out.
It was
fucking
so fucking boring. It was so fucking boring.
It was. It was like I usually don't have a bad time not picking my phone up while I'm watching the game, unless it's to text your stupid ass back about some of your ridiculousness. But I was on Facebook, I was on TikTok, and I'd look up. It was like watching baseball. You have a nap in the middle of a baseball game, and nothing is fucking changed except the Spanish guy on the fucking mound. That's it. Like you can fall asleep in the third inning and wake up in the fucking sixth, and nothing's changed.
Yeah,
they're still same fucking men on base, the same. And that's what watching a Minnesota Wild game is like. It is fucking boring. And I mean, the Oilers, they played a good game.
They did,
but they got goalied. Let's face it, they got goalied by that.
They did get goalied, and credit to Stuart Skinner because he had a good game too.
Skinner had a good game, yeah.
The goal that went in, depending on what live you're on TikTok, some people thought Louis was kind of defending Skinner for a goal he should have saved. Some people thought that it was screen. I don't know. It's one of those things again where it's like a 50-50, right?
Yeah.
But they all play games. I mean, they outshot Minnesota for the most part of that, if not the whole game. There wasn't for a lack of trying. I mean, Jesper Wallstedt is on a bit of a heater right now with how many shutouts he's had in so many games.
A little
And
bit.
listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want I know I'm going to bring this up on the next show because we have a great guest, and we'll tell you about who that guest is at the end. Um, because I asked this person this question, and he said there was no way that the Oilers would have chose him because at the time goaltending wasn't really the issue. But yeah, we traded our 20th overall pick in Jasper Wallsted's draft year for, I believe it was for Olivier Bourgault, and that's who we picked. So it's like a 23rd
Xavier
overall and a
Borgo.
90th overall for Olivier Bourgault, who is now, I think he's part of the Ottawa Senators team. And then Luca, I'm not even going to remember how to pronounce his last name, but his name's Luca. He's a German defenseman for the 90th overall pick. But yeah, I guess, if we were having at the time some goalie issues, we would have been the one to have the possibility of drafting Jesper Wallstedt. But the guy that we got coming on the next episode said, no, we would have never taken him because at that time that wasn't really an area that needed to be filled because I think we still had Smith around at that time. Skinner was coming up. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think, because it's already kind of looking like it's working against us. I mean, Olivier Bourgault we ended up trading him for that Jorventi kid, I believe it's who it was. And then we got a 90th pick out of that for maybe a defenseman that I haven't heard too much about.
Well, Kev, so I hate to do this to you right off the hop,
Yeah.
but you're wrong again.
Hmm.
Name is Xavier Borgo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't think I liked Borgo when we got him, when we picked him. Um, you're right. I don't think goaltending was an issue at the time. I can't remember if we had Talbot still or if we had Smith. But either way, we had solid goaltenders. Stuart Skinner was looking promising in the AHL. So I don't think Jesper Wallstedt was even on our fucking radar at that
I think
time.
we would have. I think they also signed Koskinen to an extension at that time when he got drafted, but I could be wrong about that.
I don't know. Koskinen was, whew, Mikko Koskinen was something else, buddy. That guy. Anyway, no, I don't think. I mean, not only that, hindsight's 2020. How many times have the Oilers traded down in a pick, or any team for that matter, traded a pick away to try and get higher, and then the goaltender or the player that gets drafted in the higher position doesn't work out, right? I
Right.
mean, this is a one-off, one in a million fucking, or well, maybe not one in a million, but you know what I mean, right?
Yep.
There's far more cases of the player not working out than there is something like Jasper Wallstedt. And who knows? Maybe this guy's just a flash in the pan, and things are gonna fucking level out for the Wild. Maybe they're riding some kind of a high right now. Who knows? Same kind of effect Connor Clattenburg had, is a guy finally gets his shot and he comes in and he makes the most of it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It is what it is. You can't change the past when it comes to draft picks, and I
Well,
don't know.
and you know what? The other thing too is like you're going to make trades that are going to come back and they're going to bite you in the ass. And I think we're kind of seeing
Yeah,
one materialize right now in the trade for Matt Savoy and McLeod. You know,
yeah,
McLeod, when we lost McLeod, we were all kind of like, what the fuck? Like we just lost a whole bunch of speed. We lost a guy that came up in our system that understood the games that we play. He was down in the AHL. He worked his way all the way up to the NHL. He's fast like Holloway. So, like McDavid had some people to complement his speed and whatnot. And then we trade him. we trade him to Buffalo for a guy that's, yeah, okay, 9th overall pick, but he hasn't, he should already be in the league to some people's. But you know what? I think that if he continues to play the way that he's playing, the Edmonton Oilers might have won that trade.
Well, only time will tell. I mean, Matt Savoy's had a good few games here. He's starting to find his footing in the roster.
Well, look at that
I'm
shorthanded goal.
liking what he's seeing.
Look at
Yeah.
that shorthanded goal. And it's funny because he's on the penalty kill, and when he scored that goal, I almost felt like, if he can continue to do this, then maybe losing Connor Brown won't hurt as much. But he got a tip. Did you hear during the show he got a tip on how to shoot on the goalie when he gets a breakaway, and Skinner was the one that gave him that tip, and then he goes out and gets a shorthanded goal and does exactly what Skinner told him to do, and he got.
Well, if a
like,
goaltender is telling you what's hard to fucking stop, then you better shoot for what that goaltender tells you what's hard to stop.
Yeah.
That's
it was great. And I liked his goal. His goal was sick. And then that game, you know what? Let's talk about special teams. Shit, that fucking game was 2 shorthanded goals in that game. One from Hyman and then one from Savoy. Our special teams is looking, like it's getting better, and like this was a good week for the Oilers. Yeah, they lost to the Minnesota, but they came out.
I mean,
McDavid fucking had one shot in Minnesota. One shot. I could have more shots.
Well, let's not get carried away.
No, I'm pretty sure 2 broken legs, I would have had fucking more shots.
I don't know, Kev. I've seen you
2 broken legs, a fucking wheelchair, blindfolded with a broken arm, dislocated elbow. Would have had 4 shots on that.
4, he says now. 4, he says.
Yeah,
First it was 1. I'd have more shots, so that's 2 than 2 than.
For one of his shots,
4
maybe
shots.
4
shots.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Matthias Ekholm in that game had 4 shots, and he's way better than you. Hyman had 4 shots. Let's see. Mangiapane had 3 shots.
Fuck! What a fucking. He actually thought that went in. Did you see Rico? Rico's like, that did not go in, guys. Like, do not celebrate.
Well, but the refs and everybody thought it went in too. That's why they called the play, and that's a tough fucking goal to get called back too. I mean, Mangiapane, he needs something, right? He needs something. And when he scored it, I went, fuck yeah, that's right on. That's good for him. Maybe he'll get fucking going here. And then they go, no, the play's under review. And I went, oh fuck. Watching
and then when you saw it, you're like, this guy couldn't buy a goal if he wanted to.
Well, he couldn't. Something, I don't know what it is. Mangiapane is snake bitten as shit right now. And it sucks because he's got the talent. I think he's doing a lot of the right things, but he's just not getting the bounce. But there again, we seen the same thing with fucking Connor Brown when he came back. And I mean, the guy just could not. Connor Brown couldn't have given his whole paycheck to the fucking the hockey gods and scored a goal. Like, it was just wild how snake bitten that guy was.
But at the same time, to his defense, he came back from a fucking bad injury. Mangiapane has played each season, right? So he's just snake bitten. But yeah, no, I saw that. I was just like, I did the same thing. I was like, finally, man, like maybe this will lead you to something, but no, it was out. And during that game, there were 2 video or not. Yeah, there was 2 video, or 2 coaches challenge or 1 coach's challenge, which obviously was he was so fucking offside, it was ridiculous. There was no way they were going to count the Scheifele goal. But then there was one where you thought it was going to go upstairs, but they decided not to challenge it because it was one of those 50-50 where it either goes your way or it doesn't. And do you risk it, especially when you're already losing 5-0, want to make more of. So I was happy they didn't challenge. I can't remember which goal it was that I thought they were going to challenge, but
Yeah, at some point you just have to make that fucking determination, and if it's too close to call from the bench video,
yeah,
I mean, unlike the Tampa Bay one where he was clearly offside and Knobloch didn't go, that you're still fucking wrong about. And
oh no, well,
I don't know.
mean,
I mean,
everybody was right. I saw some of the comments under there. Everybody was right to not challenge that goal. I mean, that's just common sense.
well,
But
common
where
sense.
is
And no,
Montefiore
fuck,
right now with plus minuses?
minus 13, I believe. Let me.
So he's not minus 17
Oh,
anymore.
no, let's see. Minus 14. Sorry, minus
Yeah,
14. He's the worst on the team. You know who's even worse than him? Or
who?
not? Sorry, not even worse than him, but almost as bad as him is
Nurse.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
Oh shit.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins is a minus 13 right now,
Okay, but now
which
why
is
would
just
that?
wild to me, man. But
Oh, it might be
they
because of
went on that shit run, and he had
yeah.
that injury. He was out for quite a while, so which I can see. I don't know. I think they're going to turn it around.
Well, I
Um,
think with Ryan Nugent Hopkins, that could also be accounted to that is that when we were having a really shit run, we were not doing well on the penalty kill, and he was part of the penalty kill. So
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
But
that would be the
although
same. I don't know if that would
our
be the same number on 5-on-5, but
probably not, but our Captain Connor, he's a fucking minus 6.
yeah.
So I'm not saying shit about it because he's a minus 6 and he's the best fucking goal scoring player in the world right now. I mean, Connor's Connor's Connor. Let's face it.
Hello, everybody. This is Slapstick Decals and Stickers, a proud sponsor of the Hoagie and Grinder podcast. Get at us for your decals, stickers, banners, and more. You can reach us on Facebook or call us at 403 505 9693. Keep slapping.
I'm getting so tired of all these delusional fans out there that are like, I don't know if you see it on TikTok. And the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to poke the bear, right? And that's kind of what happened with Connor after the Minnesota game. There were some things that were put out there about his one shot. He's not shooting enough, this, that, and the other. And it just lit a fire in him. And then fucking 4 points the next game. I think, how many points did he have last night?
Let me see. I don't know. He had a fucking hell of a game. He had five. No, sorry, 5 shots on goal. 2 assists. 5 shots on goal.
So he's got 6 points in 2 games.
Right?
And
How do
so,
you argue with that guy? And honestly, if he runs the rest of the fucking season like that, has 1 bad game and 2 good games, I can live with that.
so let me ask you this
And
question.
I mean, his game in Minnesota wasn't even bad. It was
No.
just he wasn't right. I mean, Minnesota is traditionally a team that will choke up the middle of the ice and, like you say, boring fucking hockey. It works, it's effective, but it's the most boring fucking hockey you'll ever watch.
Is that
Might
what
as
they
well
call
watch the fucking PWHL. At least they fucking hit each other once in a while. They get a penalty, but they hit each other.
Yeah.
They're not
Well,
supposed
no,
to.
there was a question that was asked between oh fuck Ryan Rashad and what's his name? Gino, or who is the best player in the game right now? Is it Nathan McKinnon or Connor McDavid? And fuck,
Oh, fuck.
it could be Connor
Well,
or McKinnon.
so the stupid thing is Nathan is going to say Connor and Connor's going to say Nathan and
Yeah.
Sid is going to say, I don't want to talk about this because they're both ridiculously fucking good. And I mean, the fact that all 3 of those players are going to be pulling on the Maple Leaf in fucking February
Yeah.
is just I'm getting a little fucking hard thinking about it, Kev. That is going to be some of the absolute best hockey we will ever have a chance to watch. Even though the rink is fucking, it's 3.5 feet shorter and it's fucking narrower and there's going to be a bunch of sweaty Italians in the fucking in the stands and whatever. It's fucking, it's going to be awesome fucking hockey. And I'm so stoked for February to get here. Like, I'm actually considering taking 2 weeks holidays off work just so I can fucking watch all the games.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah, maybe don't tell me that you're getting hard. That's fucking gross.
just for the hockey, not for Jesus, you see, if you
Save
don't
that for your
fucking get
wife, man. I don't need to hear about that.
if you don't get a touch aroused by thinking of the Team Canada roster, you're not a real hockey fan, Kev.
No, fuck.
Because good Lord, that's going to be the best hockey we've seen since
A
Connor
year?
McDavid's fucking. No, I think it's going to be better than Four Nations. I really do. Four Nations was a fucking awesome tournament, but
Yeah, there was fighting.
Olympic hockey, it's just different because now you have more nations in the fold. You'll have the Czechs and the Germans, and I don't know if Japan made the cut or whatever this year, but China or somebody, but you're gonna have
Belarus.
yeah. Fuck. No, I'm stoked for Olympic hockey. Like, Four Nations was great, but it's Olympics is on a different level because it is truly a world stage. And I'm it's going to be so fucking good. So good. And like I say, McKinnon, and I mean, now here's another question for you, Kev. Could you put Cale Makar in the same category as Nathan McKinnon and as Nathan McKinnon and Connor McDavid? Obviously, Sidney Crosby's in the conversation, but does Makar get the same top billing that McKinnon and McDavid do?
I don't see why he shouldn't. I mean, he is unbelievable right now.
He is.
I think right now it's, unfortunately for some of you people out there, are going to have a hard time taking this one in. Cale Makar is the number one defenseman in the league.
Not fucking Evan Bouchard.
And your boyfriend Evan Bouchard is the third best in the league.
Nope.
For when it comes to points.
Points aren't everything when you're a fucking defenseman, Kevin.
Yeah, I know that. But it goes from -14 to 0, and he's up there. Point.
I told you, I'll give him
that sick fucking pass he gave to McDavid or to Leon for that fucking breakaway.
So I'm watching the fucking game. I'm watching that game, and the wife's sitting next to me on the couch, and sees the dish, scores, and she turns and looks at me and goes, "Guess who fed that to Draisaitl?" She fucking busts my chops about fucking hating Evan Bouchard as much as you do.
Yeah.
So don't think you're the only one who fucking hacks on me. Now, and what I said to her, I said, look, I can not like the guy, and he's still a good player. Like fucking Brad Marchand. Fucking hate Brad Marchand, but he's a good hockey player. Yeah. And Evan Bouchard, I told her, I said on her next fucking show, here, she just walked in, she's fucking grinning about it too, because she knows exactly what she fucking said. And Evan Bouchard has turned his fucking game around. Yes. He's playing well, and I'm glad, because that's the $10.5 million fucking defenseman we expect to fucking have. He's not giving up on plays. He's scoring fucking points. He's being an effective $10.5 million defenseman. Darnell Nurse, on the other hand, at $9.5 million, that motherfucker should be fucking polishing water bottles in the fucking sink and selling fucking wieners in the fucking nosebleed section. Because he's and don't get me wrong, I mean, Darnell Nurse isn't the same offensive weapon that fucking Evan Bouchard is, as of late, our defense has looked much better as a whole, and Evan Bouchard has looked better as a offensive weapon, and in turn, it has made Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard look better as a tandem. So, like I said, again, you were fucking wrong, Kevin. Good defense make a good goaltender look better, and a good goaltender can bail a bad defense out. That was another thing in the Seattle games and the Jets games when it was 1-0, 2-0. Stuart Skinner made a couple of timely saves. He did the same thing. We talked about it last week. We're back to the. It's not necessarily how many saves he makes. It's the timing of the saves, the place in the game, the it breathes new life back into the fucking team, and we've been getting those saves from Skinner and Pickard in the last little while, and it's good. It's we need to fucking keep going here, man. Like,
Well, I think the other thing too is that um even with like Wallman out, Regula, fuck man, he was banging bodies all day
he's played
yesterday.
well. He had a great game last night. Really
Yeah.
good game.
You know, I go back to I don't, you know, like I am so happy that we gave up literally nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing for Vasily Podkolzin.
Oh,
I can't
that
believe
fucking guy.
Vancouver took a 4th round pick and just like, here, you can have him. He's a
Unless that
fraud.
fourth round pick turns into another Pavel Datsuk, I would say even for the year that we're having with Vasily Podkolzin, if he falls off that contract next year, falls off in his play next year, this year so far, yeah, we've absolutely destroyed Vancouver in that fucking trade. Podkolzin has been lights out for us so far.
Well,
Really good, and he seemed to only be getting better.
yeah, but like he's dog earing everything. He's him and Drysdale are working really well together, but I'm sure they're practicing working on certain things, just him and them two. I mean, look at the goal that he got. That is a fucking Leon Draisaitl fucking one-timer from the fucking goal line. It is.
Yeah.
And who does it better than him is Leon. That's where Leon's office is all the time.
Well, who do you think's fucking teaching him? He's playing on the same line as him.
Well, that's
most
what
times.
I'm saying. That's
It's
what I'm saying.
great.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
It's
sure
great.
they're because he's the last one off the ice. He's the first one on the ice, and I'm wondering if Leon's been hanging out with him and saying, yeah, you know, let's work on this, because they were talking about how he has to get his shot. Last year they were talking about his shot. They were talking like, we got to work on a shot, got to work on a shot. That was proof that he's been working on a shot, and
yes,
they're not all going to go in. But he is like, when I see him with the puck, that second line is like surprising me right now. So Roy Podkolzin and Leon,
just
like,
vicious.
It's a 1-2 punch right now.
Yeah, big 1-2 punch, and finding that chemistry. I think Chris Knobloch is going to hold them there just to see if they can continue developing. I mean, that was that's a great line. Yeah, you can pull Leon up and put him with the fucking top line for a little while when you need to, but yeah, that second line is developing something that is really, really impressive at the moment.
And you know what? Last night it impressed me on the fourth line, even the third line. I mean, the fourth line
looked good last night.
The fourth line looked really good last night. I mean, Tomasik,
Lazar, Tomasek.
Yeah, I mean, Tomasik, you know, Jack Michaels said after his goal, he's like, every time they scratch him, the first game he comes back, he gets a goal. That's what happened against the Caps when they scratched him for a couple of games,
Yep.
and then they put him back in, and he scored a goal there. Scored a goal last night. That Lazar beam of a shot from Lazar was really nice.
What a pass, though. Holy shit. What a pass from Draisaitl. And,
Yeah.
and I felt, that was after they just switched goalies. And the first fucking shot you face or the second shot you face, whichever it was, and it comes right from the fucking high slot from a fucking shooter, and that Milic, I think his name's Milic. Young kid, only played a couple of games in the fucking show. He's had his cup of coffee. And you come in against a fucking red hot team and you're already down 4-0. I kind of felt bad for the poor kid, but Louis talked about that a little bit. Is he just happy to be here at this point, and he's going to go out and do his best, and he looked pretty good.
I'm wondering
But
what
yeah, that shot from Lazar was fucking unreal, man. What a nice goal.
I'm wondering if Skinner and Pickard in the last two games are looking, because they chased the goalies out in those two games. Seattle's goalie got chased out. And if they're looking across the ice and being like, well, that's a nice change, right? Instead of me and Skinner
Nice
getting
change of
chased out of
pace.
the net. Now we're watching back-to-back games where our team has chased their goalies out. So but like I said before, I think minus the Minnesota game, which I still think they played pretty good. And then obviously the shellacking of 9-3, you could see that Pickard really, or 9-4, Pickard really took it hard on that last goal that went in there. You could see when he was like talking and acknowledging his team, and he's like, fuck. But, and then of course last night's game against, oh shit, what was that? But yeah, and then of course last night's game with the Jets, with no Hellebuck. Comrie's a good goalie, but they have a really tough schedule. They're going through what we went through, 7 games or 7 games in 11 days, right? And they're traveling, and they just finished a back-to-back game, and not giving them any excuses, but like they were saying on the show, I mean, that does wear. They're right at the end of it all, right? And I'm not using it as an excuse, because when we did it, our last 2 games, we did well and we beat Florida. We did lose to Tampa Bay, but that was like right to the end. And I always wonder like how this team, I mean, you're finding your identity, which is great. You got some players that are playing, pretty good. That, like you look at like Savoy, obviously he's playing pretty good, and you could see how the importance of Clattenburg, who, by the way, I hope he's all right. They didn't really talk too much. Got some stitches above the eye there, but
that's hockey player shit, Kev.
but then you got once again, when Roslovic comes back, where do you put him?
Well, that's a tough call. I mean, he was red hot when he fucking come out. Red hot.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you do with it. And I mean, you have to talk about fucking Kasper Kapanen too, right?
Yeah.
Who comes out of the fucking lineup? I think you see David Tomashek come out for Kasperi Kapanen, which I don't like. And I think maybe you see Connor Clattenburg gets sent back down.
And then Lazar's out. Yeah,
Lazar's out, and I think maybe you see Matt Savoy sent down.
No,
Savoy is waiver exempt.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I think what you just said is what will happen, because they got to free up that would work about 3 million, because I think Kapanen's 1.3 and I think what's his name is 1.5. So it'll be like 2.8.
Kapanen's 1.3 and Roslovic's 1.5. You're right.
Oh, I'm right. Didn't even have to look
Every
at
hey,
anything.
Kev,
Didn't even have to
every
look at
once in a
anything.
while.
Didn't
Listen,
even have to look.
every
You had to look, but I didn't.
I wanted to look so I knew I was right. Every once in a while, a fucking blind squirrel finds a nut, and today was your fucking day. You gotta remember, Kev. Every once in a while, the sun shines on the dog's ass, and today is your day.
Great.
People gets one thing right in the history of our podcast,
Oh,
and
yeah.
now he's the fucking goat. He thinks
Okay,
he's
you
the
know what,
goat.
guys? Kale McCarr. I know a lot of you don't understand what I'm talking about, but Kale,
Oh fuck!
motherfucking, I got proof. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna
You're
unedit
right,
that.
Kev.
I'm gonna take
You're
that
right.
and I'm gonna post it.
And I'm gonna drive to your house and I'm gonna dig your eyeball out with a spoon.
That's okay, as long as I can still hear your
As long as you
analogy.
keep feeding my, as long as you keep feeding my ego, that's all I need.
Yeah. Well, I got to bring you back down, Kale McCarr style. All right. Anyways,
There you go. One
so
time I was fucking wrong. One time. I'll give you that. Okay, there. I'll give you that. What is it? Yourself, you fucking. Oh, what are you gagging on? What are you gagging on a dick over there? Fuck.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Get that fucking dildo out of your mouth. Or is that Randy Moeller's butt plug you're fucking gagging on?
Good old Randy Moeller. I wasn't even going to bring up anything about
Jesus
those
Christ.
rings, but since you're bringing it back, one time for Randy Moeller. Can we have it? No. Randy Moeller, the greatest of all time, broadcaster, deserves those rings. I didn't want to talk about it until you brought it up. I would have left it alone, but no. Randy Moeller, if you're listening here on the Hoagie and Grinder show, I hope those rings. You deserve 2 more rings. I'm just telling you, Randy.
See, I knew deep down you were a fucking Panthers fan. You're not a fucking Oilers fan.
Nope, just a Randy Moeller fan. Randy Moeller.
Same as your fucking
Randy Moeller.
Randy Moeller. Fuck Randy Moeller. Randy Moeller. So we're gonna add a new hashtag to the TikTok videos that says "fuck Randy Moeller," and that's all that's gonna be posted.
I'm
just
surprised
fuck Randy
you haven't already done that.
Well, I seriously considered it, but then I thought, well, the slander laws in fucking Canada and TikTok fucking community violations and
People's emotion.
I don't know. Yeah. From now on, it's going to be fuck Grinder Kev. That's what it's going to be. Fuck Grinder Kev. Grinder Kev is wrong. Fuck Grinder Kev. Kev don't know shit. You're lucky I'm only limited to 5.
Well, thank you.
Fucker.
All right.
You and your fucking Randy Moeller. Fuck Randy Moeller. And fuck the Florida Panthers. And you know what else, Kev?
Brought it up, man.
You know what else, Kev? Fuck the fucking Calgary Flames. Fuck the Calgary Flames.
You know what? Calgary's starting to kind of find they're not dead last now. They're dead last, but they're not dead last. Fucking Vancouver. Vancouver is dead last right now.
So here
how's Evander Kane treating you boys?
Shout out to my favorite cousin who's a Vancouver fan, and she beaks me off about how fucking Vancouver is. I mean, she's smart enough to know that they're playing like shit. We discussed them last week. I was talking to her while she was in Mexico drinking fucking Mai Tais or no, what was it? A Hawaiian Blue Crush or some shit. We're freezing our ass up here in -20, and she's got her fucking feet up drinking Royal Blue fucking crushed Hawaiian shit or whatever it was. I don't know, but it's fucking smart ass. She can kiss my ass too. Although I gotta say I did the same thing to her when I was in Mexico. So, but I digress. Fuck the Vancouver Canucks. It looks good on them. Fuck Quinn Hughes. What? Okay, here. What about those fucking trade rumors that he's going to New Jersey to play with his fucking brother? And that's something.
You know, that is something.
Could you realistically see the Vancouver Canucks trading fucking Quinn Hughes to the New Jersey Devils? Do you think there's any fucking possibility that happens? I don't think so. I really don't think it'll materialize. I think it's just clickbait.
Yeah, I don't know what would. Yeah, that's a great. I did see some of that, and if they do, I mean, who are they going to take back? But But that would be like the Hartford Whalers with all the Halves playing on there, right? Like Gordie Howe and his two kids.
Yeah, you're
Fuck.
not wrong. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
But yeah, I don't know. I know, like, it's almost inevitable if they continue to play that they are, that he will not, like, is he in his re-sign year now? Is that this year? Where he could re-sign an
I
extension,
don't
or is
know.
that next year?
If you'd give me a fucking minute, I could fucking look it up. Jesus
Well,
Christ,
fuck, man. You're the one that brought up this subject. Like, fuck, you should already
have.
have the answers.
You're just fucking circling around the fucking Randy Moeller fucking butthole, and I'm trying to look
I
up
would have
shit for our
fucking.
show.
I didn't bring
Fuck
up
me.
Randy Moeller. You did.
Yeah, but you're the one who started jerking him off.
You know what? Evander Kane is a -3 right now with only 15. Well, with 15 points. He's a -53 through his whole career.
Yeah, well, look where he fucking played. Buffalo and fucking San
Winnipeg.
Jose, and they weren't exactly powerhouse fucking teams, man. Let's see.
Five.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Hughes is locked up until 27-28, but Kev, but he does not have a no movement clause either.
Oh.
So they could pull the trigger on him at any time.
Well, they're not.
Which is
they're
interesting.
They're not going to trade him unless he comes and asks us for a trade.
Yeah, but
Here's one for you.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who it was, but there were multiple sources that stated that even if we could make it work for a goaltender, and, you know, there's obviously Tristan Jarry and Bennington that were part of some rumors over the last couple of weeks, but apparently Jordan Bennington has the Edmonton Oilers as a no-go.
I heard that. That. Now, I have a theory about that. I think it's true because he doesn't want to get beat up by Mike Smith. Because he's, yeah, Bennington, I don't know. That, to me, it wouldn't make sense if he wants to win another Stanley Cup, but I don't know. I really have no idea. Like, there's people speculating on I watched a few videos on that about, oh, it's because there's something wrong in the room and Bennington knows it. And I mean, nobody knows except the agent and the fucking GM and Bennington who his no fucking trade list is. So
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. And if he does, well, good. Fuck him. You stay in fucking St. Louis and be a fucking bottom feeder and, you know, book your tea times now. So fuck you. It's a, like, there was some heavy speculation this week as well. I read about Tristan Jarry being moved to the Oilers, Pickard being traded for Jarry.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I'm glad they kind of put those rumors to bed because I don't think Jarry is the solution. Bennington is a better goaltender than Jarry, in my opinion. If I could pull the trigger on either one of them, it'd be Bennington. But I don't know. I mean, that seems to be about the only movable piece out of that fucking lineup is Pickard for Jarry. But even then, we still got to do something about the fucking cap.
Yeah.
And who do you, again, we're back to who do you fucking send out to make room for a higher paid goaltender? We'd have to, if we got rid of, I don't know. I'm sure Stan Bowman's got a few things on the fucking burners simmering up and, you know, seeing what it smells like or looks like. And I mean, to me, if the Oilers are turning it around, like, so Ryan Whitney tweeted out the other day, all you fucking Oilers haters are pretty quiet tonight after they beat the Jets. All you Oilers haters are pretty quiet tonight because they suck in the first 30 games, then they run the fucking table on the league for the next 50. If that's the case, which a lot of people said that, and Whitney just happened to tweet it out. If that's the case, I think you should sit tight until the fucking trade deadline. And you wait to see where the teams start falling in the league. You look at who's played well for us, who hasn't played well for us for the season. Because, I mean, there's still guys trying to find their fucking way in NHL-size rinks and shit like that, and in the league. And, you know, I think it's we sit and we wait. And I think that's what Stan Bowman's doing right now. I don't think he's going to make a knee-jerk move on the goaltending because, frankly, you're not really upgrading. You're not getting a fucking Andre Vasilevsky or a fucking, you know, keep your powder dry, I guess, until the trade deadline and see where we're at. And now, again, if they shit the bed in the next fucking 3-4 weeks and we roll into fucking February looking like a busted ass fucking 1981 Chevy van with the muffler dragging, then maybe it's time to fucking start having the conversation about retooling a few pieces. But if the Oilers are indeed going to go on this fucking run that Whitney talked about, yeah, keep your powder dry until trade deadline. And then tool up and get ready for a major push into the fucking playoffs.
Hello, everybody. This is Slapstick Decals and Stickers, a proud sponsor of the Hoagie and Grinder podcast. Get at us for your decals, stickers, banners, and more. You can reach us on Facebook or call us at 403-505-9693. Keep slapping.
So, help me with something. I just learned something, I think it was yesterday, or no, a couple of days ago I learned about this, and I haven't dug into it at all. Like literally at all. What is this new thing that the NHL has called the nuclear option? What is that all about?
Nuclear option.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, Kev, I haven't even heard of it.
So from what I'm just Googling it right now.
So it's an Edmonton Journal. The first thing I found was an Edmonton Journal article written by David Staples.
Well,
so
it's also on sport. It's on Sportsnet as well. Sportsnet's got something about it. Something about like if a player is underplaying, like a higher, pay, like a Mangiapane would be maybe more of our example. I don't know. I saw it. Something like you could do something with that player. I'm not too sure. Where they could scratch a veteran player whose cap hit exceeds their likely market value. Right now in 2026, in order to ice the most competitive roster and sort of make a veteran a black ice. And I don't know if there is, and so on, blah, 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 blah. Well, I know one thing is that you have to be cap compliant now through the whole season.
In the playoffs. Yeah.
And then the playoffs now. So that LTIR thing where fucking Vegas Golden Knights were notorious for, I guess we were getting accused with it with Evander Kane when he came back. That's gone. You can't, there's no, that loophole is gone.
Well, fuck. Okay.
But
so
I don't
Tampa
know what
Bay
this
exploited
nuclear
that
option
loophole.
Huh?
Tampa Bay exploited that loophole when they won their Stanley Cups. Florida's exploited it. Vegas exploited it. The Oilers didn't really exploit it. They were investigated for it, but they were found to be not guilty of it because Evander Kane's medical records actually said, no, the doctors say you can't play until this time. So now that we have to be cap compliant.
Were the other teams convicted of it as well?
No, there was never an investigation into it. And so
Oh, there
after
wasn't.
the Oilers
Oh, okay.
investigation, after the Oilers
Okay.
investigation, the NHLPA, or not the PA, the owners group got together and reluctantly said, okay, yeah, no, we should do this. And because fan bases were complaining about it, right? How is it fair that like Mark Stone in Vegas, fucking third game of the year, and the fucking guy goes on to fucking LTIR, and it was a running joke. Oh, it looks like Mark Stone's in fucking playoff form already.
Yeah.
And he'd sit out the entire fucking year, but he'd still be practicing with the fucking, or not, maybe not practicing with the team, but he'd be practicing and staying loose, and he'd get, they'd sit a guy who needed a little rest before the playoffs, get Stone back into fucking game shape, and then bang, they go right to a fucking everybody's back for the playoffs. So
Right.
now that you have to be cap compliant, that means the roster you ice has to be under that $95.5 million cap.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure how the fucking nuclear rule works. So, they're talking about it on Sportsnet about the Leafs too.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll bring it up on the next show. There, I think it would be
Yeah,
a
I
good
think we
topic to
should.
talk.
Let me look into it and understand it.
Yeah, and then when we have our guest there, obviously we're getting close to the end of the show here. I there was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and fuck, I'm just
If you say it's Randy Moeller's ring, I'm ending the show right now.
no. Oh, what did you think of Brad Marchand's eavesdropping on the Columbus game?
What do you mean?
You didn't see what he did?
No.
Oh, he was
It's okay.
so
Let me preface this here, Kev. It has been a ridiculously stupid busy week in my fucking world, and I've barely had time to watch the Oilers game, so I haven't been watching a lot of
okay.
highlights. Fill me in. Fill me in. I'll
Yeah,
Google it here.
so what he did was I think the Columbus Blue Jackets called a timeout, and then their assistant coach, obviously stepped down from the bench and took out the old fucking whiteboard and was like trying to explain what they're gonna do. Yeah, you see fucking Marchand come over and like looking over their shoulders at what the game plays they're trying to do or whatever, and somebody from
Yeah.
the bench took their hockey stick and like start pushing on him to get him away. It was so fucking funny.
I'm just
Oh,
watching it here.
little
Oh,
shit
that's fucking
disturb.
hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, man. That's hilarious. As much as I hate the fact that he plays for the fucking Florida Panthers, and I didn't like him as a Boston Bruin, but Brad Marchand is.
As a Canadian.
I love him, man. I love him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's you know what he's doing? He's always engaged in the game, and he's always trying to get into the fucking heads of the other team. And that one, I mean, that got that got it into the whole bench's head in Columbus. That's
Yeah.
funny. Like, that's
Yeah.
really funny, dude. Like,
Oh, 100%.
fuck that eavesdrop on the fucking timeout. I've never seen that before. And he's just, the best part is he's so nonchalant as he fucking skates over and kind of leans in like he's supposed to be there. Dude, these guys are wearing white and blue jerseys. You're wearing a red jersey. You think you're not going to
Yeah.
get noticed? Like, that's
And like
fuck.
nobody that
That's
he's like
wicked, man.
that has their back to him and could see him, and all I could see is a stick come out trying to push him away.
Yeah, trying to push him away. Like, oh fuck. That's hilarious,
Oh,
man. That's
fuck, I laughed
hilarious.
so hard.
Brad Marchand. Fuck. And that's the thing. Like, we talk about players that we don't like, but they're good hockey players. He is one of those guys. You cannot deny the fact that Brad Marchand is an unreal hockey player and an unreal gamesman when it comes to the fucking game. Matthew Tkachuk is a lot along the same lines. I cannot fucking stand Matthew Tkachuk. Just to look at the sight of his face makes me want to punch something. But there is no denying that he is an effective member of getting into the other players' heads. He's a gamesman when it comes to the game. And you've seen it when he played in Calgary, and him and Tkachuk, or not him and Tkachuk, him and Cassian had that feud going. He was in Cassian's head, and he's been in McDavid's head. You know, Tkachuk is an effective pest. Corey Perry was much the same when he was young. I think we were hoping to get some of that in Andrew Mangiapane this year because he did it in Calgary too. And he might come around, you know, we'll see. But yeah, no, Marchand is Sean Avery. Everybody hates Sean Avery. I mean, I don't care for Sean Avery, but there's no denying he was an effective hockey player, getting into Martin Brodeur's head with the fucking waving of the stick and the, you know, Dion Phaneuf. He was notoriously fucking funny for Dion, you know, chirping Dion Phaneuf's now wife, Alicia Cuthbert, because Avery and Cuthbert had a relationship before Dion
Oh,
and
the
Alicia
sloppy
did.
seconds.
The sloppy seconds comment. I mean, there's no way that Dion Phaneuf shouldn't have cross-checked his fucking teeth into the back of his fucking throat for that comment. Really.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's
you
an
know,
effective way to get your opponent off the game. He's good at it.
well, the thing with Sean Avery was he was one of the most hated players. Like even some of his own teammates didn't like him either, right? Like, like after he made that comment towards Phaneuf, I know that Mike Modano and everybody on the Dallas Stars team were really disgusted by him.
There's a
but
line.
you know, he's come a ways now. He's a little bit more respected now because you saw him on Spit and Chicklets. He does go on people's podcasts. He's not
Sean Avery, if you're listening, you can come on our podcast anytime you want. Anytime you want.
I don't think we have the money for that, man.
I'm
but
not
like
paying that
even
fucking
seeing him on the
has-been.
Shoresy show. Did you see him on Shoresy?
Oh, I love that show, man. Shoresy's great.
But did you see the episode with him on it?
I did.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
When he's on,
yeah. But anyways, listen, we're about to that hour now. I think it's time that we do our exit speech here. Listen, everybody, next week we are very fortunate to have a guest, but it's going to be our very, very first guest. Somebody myself and Hougie have quite a bit of respect for. You can find him on TikTok. His TikTok name is I'm a Hockey Guy. His name's JT. We're just on first name basis right now, sort of like how we do on our show. But he's going to be coming on the show. He's been really, really like doing a lot of videos, Hougie, with the whole World Junior sexual assault scandal that was going on. I mean, obviously, you're seeing some players now getting some opportunities professionally, and you know we side with him 110%. We talked about it on either our first or second episode. So I'm sure he's going to want to bring that up. But yeah, he's going to be on the show next week, so we're definitely looking forward to that. So make sure you come in and watch and listen to our Spotify. We're also looking to probably, not right now, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, I know I've been asked this a few times now. I know Hoagie's been asked this a few times. Some of you guys would like us to kind of go live watching a hockey game and see how Hougie and I interact during a hockey game. I'll tell you right now, the ridiculousness of myself and some of the comments I make during the games where I'm texting him, I wouldn't mind seeing that live too. So I agree. It's the trash talking and everything him and I would do, it would just be like next level. So right now with the schedule right now, it's probably not going to happen right away. We're, you know, Hoagie's extremely busy, but yes, we'll be working on trying to get something for you guys in the future. You wanted to say something? What were you going to say?
I'm going to say, see, if you would stop it with your fucking ridiculousness it'd be a pretty mellow fucking live. But your ridiculousness is what gets you into trouble, Kev. Your fucking
but it
bullshit.
creates a show. It creates a show. That's what separates us from everybody
we'd
else.
we'd have a good show regardless whether you were saying stupid things or not.
No, come on. See, now that R on your hat now you're starting to sound like you're ridiculous, and you have the hat to wear it.
Okay, okay. Who's the R stand for? Who's the R stand for?
Well, I don't know. Red Deer Rebels. I have no idea.
There you go.
Well,
fuck. Why wouldn't I support my local junior team that one of the greatest Edmonton Oilers we've seen in 25 years played for?
The Nuge.
I got his fucking jersey hanging right fucking there. The great number 93, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, played all his junior hockey for the Red Deer Rebels. Learned how to be a great NHLer from Brent Sutter in Red Deer. And I had the privilege of watching him develop. I love the Rebels.
Yeah. Okay. That went a lot longer than I wanted it to. Anyways. Yeah, so next week's show is gonna be a good one. Other than that, I really appreciate everybody watching our TikToks. Let people know about us, push us a little bit out there. We especially Matt, you guys keep Matt busy. Sometimes Matt can't even keep up with some of your guys' comments. So other than that, the show is brought to you by Slapstick, Decals, and Stickers. You can find them on Facebook, or you can give them a call at 403-505-9693. Let Rob and his team know that the Hoagie and Grinder had sent you down there, and you can get an additional 10% off your first purchase. Other than that, Hoagie, it's been a pleasure. I hope I grind your gears pretty good today, and look forward to doing it with a guest next week, which should be a good time.
I hope JT tells you you're fucking wrong 100 times next week.
Well, he'll be honest.
We'll see.
I mean, he might even tell you you're wrong. So
I hope so. Well, I'm okay. I can live with that coming from anybody but you. So that's all that matters.
So that's the line. All right.
That's
Other
the
than
line.
that,
That's
everybody.
right.
Other than that, everybody, keep your stick on the ice, and we'll see you next week.
Catch you later.